Subhanallah, we thank you Allah, we praise you Allah, for the books you have sent Allah.
On prayer. So is that money can go towards helping someone else that's in need. Try to get it in before the prayer in Ramadan, breaking the fast.
And you know what? You know what? He touched on it. I mean, this guy's so quick. All praises due to Allah, because I was coming to Ramadan next. Wow. Okay. What? You know what? Ramadan. What? You know what? That's a word, man, that some people might not even know the etymology of what that word means. And then I'm going to follow up with another question after that.
Ramadan, that's the month of fasting. 29, 30 days out of every year. The Muslims are invited to fast. Fast is an activity that you practice self-restraint.
Yeah.
That you don't give yourself over to things that you might ordinarily be giving yourself over to. And you learned how to restrain. When you're fasting, every organ on your body fasts. Your ears fasting, train your ears not to listen to a whole lot of foolishness. Your eyes fasting, your nose, your tongue, your stomach, so you don't take anything in that's going to be a violation to your abstaining or learning restraint.
You know what's fun? It's not really funny. You know what? When we go through Ramadan, the first day of Ramadan is real hard for me. And you know what? But it gets easier every day. But it's because I'm so conditioned to eating and drinking whatever I want to. It's very difficult for me the first day. Would you say that this difficult first day may be difficult for a lot of people or not really?
Fasting is prescribed to be an ongoing activity, even beyond the month of Ramadan. When we learn or discipline ourselves to fast at least 2 days out of every month.
Yeah.
Out of every month, Mondays and Thursdays. And then fasting days during those 2 days, it might be 3 days, is when the moon is at its fullest. That's following the example of Prophet Muhammad. So fasting, you could become prepared for the month of Ramadan by incorporating fasting more often than the month of Ramadan.
You know, now when you say that fasting is done 2 days out of the month, in Islam, is that obligatory, where it is mandatory for you to fast when you're not in the month of Ramadan? It's the best, but is it mandatory to fast outside of Ramadan?
Following the ways of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, is essential. And what he practiced and incorporated in his life and invited his followers to do, it makes fasting less difficult when that fasting comes in. So it's not obligatory. It's not obligatory to fast.
Gee, we only got 5 minutes.
Beneficial.
5 minutes left. Wow, man, it's just getting warmed up. But anyway, the Hajj, is it obligatory? Maybe you can explain what Hajj means, and is it obligatory for a Muslim to go to Mecca out of Hajj? Can you explain what the word Hajj means?
Hajj is an application, and that's another one. That's the fifth pillar, you know. So when one go on Hajj and go on the pilgrimage, he has fulfilled those 5 obligations. It's obligatory, at least once in our lifetime, when we are financially able to go on Hajj. There's no better way to spend your money than to prepare to go on Hajj. Once you go on Hajj, and then you can understand why Allah Most High has implemented that as being a part of our traveling, part of our journey, to go on Hajj. Hajj, you learn more about yourself, and you learn more about the world that we're living in.
I would like to ask you that there's a listening audience, and I would like to ask you, we only got a couple minutes, why should a person come to Islam opposed to other religions or denominations? Why?
Islam invites people to come to the worship of one God. And the subject can become sensitive, but we have to get above our sensitivities.
3 minutes.
Okay, now, the one God is not the Trinitarian doctrine as we've been oriented, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's one God. And that Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, that came up even after Jesus, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, after Jesus, who they attached that Trinitarian doctrine to. So that was incorporated. So Islam invites the people primarily, first principle, to come to the worship of one God.
Alhamdulillah. We got I think 2 minutes left. Is there a specific message that you would like to give to the people that are looking at this on YouTube and television?
Gain knowledge. Don't stick your fingers in your ears and say, I don't need anything else. I got enough knowledge. Never say that, because we're all evolving to our most excellent self. Okay. And when we close our eyes and put our fingers in our ear, then we stop learning.
Okay. You've been looking at the Underground Railroad. You can catch this guy on YouTube 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Okay? And we're going to do a second segment, if it's the will of Allah. So, Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum assalam.
Subhanallah, we thank you, Allah, we praise you, Allah, for the books you have sent, Allah. Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, we thank you, Allah, we praise you, Allah, for the books you have sent, Allah. Subhanallah, we thank you, Allah, we praise you, Allah, for the books you have sent.